Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is the fourth video in a series on how to ride a motorcycle, and in this video we're gonna go ahead and talk about how to brake. So this video and this series is geared towards beginner riders, so I will not be covering advanced braking techniques like trail braking and stuff like that. But in this video we're gonna go ahead and take a look at how to perform an emergency stop, and also on how to brake when you moving very slow like this. So without further ado, let's take a look at the next clip right here, which is about emergency braking. Alright, let's do a little exercise, and the drone up there is gonna offer a really cool perspective on this. But I'm gonna come through here at 50 kilometers per hour, and from this exact point I will start braking. The first time I will use the back brake only, second time I'll use the front brake only, and the third time I will utilize all two brakes at the same time. For these exercises I'll be in third gear. I will not shift downwards. I will engage the clutch at the very last second. And for all three exercises also I will brake hard, of course. So third gear, 50, front, and engage. Alright, so the ABS kicked in quite a bit. I tried to minimize it, but it is difficult. So this is the first time, which was the back brake only. I'm very happy I bought this drone. It offers a really cool perspective, and besides that it's also fun to fly. Awesome, let's go to the second exercise, which is the front brake. So again, 50 and third gear. Brake. Oh, right, still in third gear. Stop as soon as possible. So that is front brake only. Already quite a big difference. Okay, and now let's get on to using both brakes at the same time. What do you think? Will it make a difference when compared to using the front only, or not? We'll find out right now. Third gear, 50, brake. There we go, boom. Still in third gear. There we go. So that's the difference. Look at that. All this distance saved by using both brakes. So let's measure it, ghetto style. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5. So about 11 meters difference between using the back only and both at the same time, and a little over 4 meters difference between using the front only and both at the same time. This is why you should use both brakes when you have to stop very quickly. Alright, so now that we know that we need to use both brakes at the same time when performing an emergency stop to decrease the braking distance needed as much as possible, we also need to be able to actually do it, because there's a certain technique to it. If you just grab your front brake and pull it in as hard as possible, then you're going to most likely engage the ABS if you have ABS, and if you don't, you're just gonna slide out. So in between your brakes and the braking power touching the asphalt is the suspension, and you need to take the suspension into account, because you need to give the front suspension, the front forks, enough time to compress. If you don't, you will skid or you will slide, and you will do all kinds of things that you don't want to. But if the front fork compresses enough, you can transfer a lot of weight onto that front tire to be able to stop as quickly as possible. So how do you do that? if you think logically about it, is actually not very far-fetched, but it is a lot more difficult to actually put into practice. For the front brake, you will need to increase braking pressure steadily. So start, let's see if someone's behind me. No. So start by just a little bit of pressure and then increase. So let's do it. Boom. There we go. And then you can come to a stop very quickly without the ABS kicking in, because in this bike I have ABS. So yeah, that is how you should do it, because then by increasing the braking pressure, you're giving this front suspension enough time to compress, because your weight and the bike's weight is being transferred forward when braking, and because of that, more pressure is on the front tire, which will give you the opportunity to even put more pressure onto that front brake without skidding and blah blah blah. So for the back brake, it's a little bit of a different story. The beginning is exactly the same. If you brake, the front suspension will also compress. So you will need to do the exact same thing in the beginning, which is increasing steadily, but the weight is being transferred forward, so less weight will be on the back. So after braking harder and harder, you need to decrease the braking power on the back wheel again. So to perform an emergency stop, use both brakes at the same time, increase braking pressure on front and back, and then keep increasing on the front and decrease on the back. So that is the most optimal way to stop as soon as possible. Again, pretty logic if you think about it, but it is difficult to put into practice. So you're gonna go ahead. I encourage you to go ahead and go to an empty parking lot and practice it, because it will make you a safer and better rider if you know how to perform an emergency stop really well. So that's the first thing, emergency stops. And the second type of braking that I want to cover in this video is slow speed braking. I've covered it a little bit in my previous video, but I want to repeat it in this one because it is so important, certainly for newer riders. So when riding slowly and using the front brake to stop, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in right here, because on this road you should ride really slow, so that will give me the opportunity to show you guys. If you use the front brake, the bike will be less stable because the braking power is in front of the weight of the bike and yourself, and also the braking power is a lot harder, so the front forks will compress a little bit faster, and that will all make the bike less stable. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pull in the clutch and brake. So there you go, it already fell a little bit to the left and I had to catch it with my left foot. While if you use the back brake, the exact opposite is going to happen, because the braking power is behind you. It will actually make the bike more stable. So I'm gonna show you right here again. Let's pass this dude first, there's no one behind me. I'm gonna use the back brake for this one. Back brake, there we go, very stable. So that's what you want to do when you're, doing slow speed maneuvers, like doing a U-turn or filtering through traffic, or just when you're in a traffic jam or going slow or stopping in front of a red light or whatever. Stuff like that. For stuff like that, you want to use the back brake. So there we go. That's the two types of braking that I wanted to cover in this video. If you like this video, go ahead, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one, and ride safe.